Skipping regular health checkups. When you're over 60, it's easy to think, I feel fine, so I must be healthy. That's exactly what Mr. Robert, a 72-year-old from Texas, thought. For years, he avoided annual checkups because he didn't like hospitals and believed they were only for sick people. But one day, during a routine check for his driver's license renewal, his blood pressure was so high the nurse insisted he see a doctor immediately. It turned out he was at serious risk of a stroke. The truth is, many life-threatening conditions, like high blood pressure, diabetes, and certain cancers, can develop silently without obvious symptoms. By the time you feel something, it may already be too late for simple treatment. In the US, doctors recommend seniors get a full checkup at least once a year, including blood tests, heart exams, and cancer screenings. Think of it this way: regular checkups are not about finding problems, they're about preventing them. Just as you maintain your car before it breaks down, your body needs the same care. You deserve to enjoy your golden years without the shadow of preventable illness hanging over you, ignoring early warning signs from your body. Picture this. It's a crisp autumn afternoon, golden sunlight spilling through the window onto a table full of cake, balloons, and laughter. William, 74, is cutting his birthday cake, surrounded by his smiling family. Everything feels perfect until he suddenly freezes mid-slice. His hand trembles, a cold sweat breaks across his forehead. Everyone assumes he's just tired from standing too long. 15 minutes later, he's rushed to the ER with what doctors call a silent heart attack. The physician's words are chilling. If you had arrived just 30 minutes later, you might not have made it. For months before, William had felt subtle fatigue, shortness of breath, and mild chest discomfort. He dismissed them all as just aging. But these were his heart's SOS signals. Signals he ignored until it almost cost him his life. In the US, more than 805,000 heart attacks occur every year, and about 1 in 4 are silent, with little to no obvious symptoms. They slowly weaken the heart until one day the damage becomes irreversible. Your body is always speaking to you. The question is, are you listening? If you notice you're getting winded climbing stairs, feeling unusually tired even after rest, or experiencing fleeting chest pain, don't brush it off. Don't self-diagnose. Don't wait for symptoms to become serious before seeking help, because health rarely gives second chances. William's story is just one of thousands that could have ended differently, if only he had stopped to listen to what his body was trying to say, neglecting proper nutrition and hydration. At first glance, skipping a glass of water or grabbing a quick frozen meal might not seem like a big deal, but over time, these small habits quietly chip away at your health, especially after 60. Take Mrs. Linda, 69, from Florida. She prided herself on not being picky and ate whatever was quick and convenient. Fast food sandwiches, salty snacks, and sugary drinks became her go-to. She also drank less water because she didn't want to wake up at night to use the bathroom. Within a few years, her doctor diagnosed her with early-stage kidney disease and high blood pressure. What shocked her most wasn't the diagnosis. It was learning that her choices had been silently harming her every single day. In America, studies show that up to 40% of seniors don't drink enough water, and many fall short of key nutrients like protein, calcium, and omega-3 fatty acids. This isn't just about eating right. Poor nutrition and dehydration can weaken your immune system, drain your energy, affect your mood, and even increase your risk of falls and fractures. Think of your body like a finely tuned engine. Without the right fuel, nutritious food, and enough water, it can't run at its best. Start by making small changes. Add a glass of water before each meal. Choose fresh vegetables over processed snacks, and aim for balanced meals that include lean proteins, whole grains, and healthy fats. These are not diet rules. They're your ticket to living stronger, longer, and with more independence. So you can enjoy the moments that matter most. Avoiding physical activity. It starts subtly. A missed morning walk because of a little rain. A decision to take the elevator instead of the stairs just for today. Before you realize it, just for today becomes weeks, then months, and your once active body begins to slow down. Mr. Thomas, 71, from Ohio, was once a dedicated gardener. He loved tending his roses and pruning his apple trees. But after a mild knee injury, he told himself he'd rest for a while before getting back to it. That while stretched into years. His muscles weakened, his balance worsened, and eventually, he needed a cane to get around. In the US, research shows that seniors who remain inactive lose up to 3 to 5% of their muscle mass each year. This doesn't just affect strength, it impacts balance, heart health, and even cognitive function. Physical inactivity increases the risk of falls, diabetes, high blood pressure, and depression. Exercise for seniors doesn't mean running marathons or lifting heavy weights. It can be as simple as a 20-minute walk, light stretching, or a gentle yoga class. Even gardening, dancing in the living room, or playing with your grandkids counts. The goal is to keep moving, because motion is life. Remember, your body is designed to move. Every step, every stretch, every heartbeat you strengthen today is an investment in the years you'll be able to live on your own terms, without relying on others for the little things you once took for granted. Isolating yourself from social connections. Imagine this. The sun is shining. Birds are singing outside, but inside your home it's silent. The phone hasn't rung all week. You scroll through old photos of family gatherings, feeling the warmth of those memories, but also the ache of realizing they've grown less frequent. This was Mrs. Evelyn's life after she turned 75. She stopped attending her church group because it felt like too much effort. She declined lunch invitations, saying she was fine on her own. Months passed, and the quiet in her home turned into loneliness, then into deep sadness. Studies in the US reveal that social isolation can be as harmful to your health as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. It increases the risk of dementia, heart disease, depression, and even early death. Human connection is not just emotional, it's biological. Our brains and bodies are wired to thrive when we interact with others. Here's the truth. Your health depends on more than just what you eat or how much you exercise. It's also about who you share your life with. Join a club, volunteer, call an old friend, or simply say hello to your neighbor. Small interactions can create powerful ripples of joy and purpose. And before we go further, if this message resonates with you, take a moment to subscribe to this channel, not just for yourself, but for the people who care about you. By staying connected here, you'll gain the tools, stories, and motivation to live your best years with strength, joy, and independence. Ignoring regular health checkups. It's easy to think, I feel fine, so why bother going to the doctor? But here's the hard truth. Many of the most dangerous health problems for seniors, like heart disease, diabetes, or certain cancers, often develop silently, without obvious symptoms, until it's too late. Take Mr. Robert, 68, from Texas. He hadn't seen a doctor in over 5 years. When he finally went for a checkup, only because his daughter insisted, the tests revealed he had advanced prostate cancer. If it had been caught a year earlier, his treatment would have been far simpler and far more effective. In the United States, preventative care is a powerful yet often overlooked tool. Regular screenings for blood pressure, cholesterol, blood sugar, colon cancer, and bone density can detect issues early, sometimes years before they cause noticeable symptoms. Early detection can mean the difference between a minor treatment and a life-threatening emergency. Think of it like maintaining a car. You wouldn't wait for your engine to fail before getting an oil change. Your body is no different. Skipping checkups doesn't save time, it steals time from your future. So schedule that appointment, keep it, and when you leave the clinic, remember, that hour you invested today might give you years more to enjoy with the people you love. What if I told you that one of the simplest ways to live longer doesn't cost a cent, and yet, most seniors are unknowingly robbing themselves of it every single night? That secret is sleep. We often treat sleep like a luxury, something we can sacrifice to watch late-night TV, scroll on our phones, or worry about the next day's to-do list. But sleep is not optional. It's as essential as food and water. Mrs. Linda, 72, from California, thought sleeping 5 hours a night was good enough. She used the quiet of the late hours to read, sew, or watch old movies. But over time, she noticed her memory slipping, her mood darkening, and her energy fading. A doctor's visit revealed high blood pressure and early signs of cognitive decline, both linked to chronic sleep deprivation. In America, studies show that adults over 60 who get less than 7 hours of sleep are at a higher risk for heart disease, diabetes, depression, and even early death. Sleep is when your brain detoxifies, your cells repair, and your immune system strengthens. Skipping it is like skipping the daily maintenance your body needs to keep running. So tonight, instead of pushing past your bedtime, think of sleep as a gift you give yourself. A gift that keeps your mind sharp, your mood bright, and your body strong, so you can greet each new day with the energy to truly live it. You need to run marathons or lift heavy weights to stay healthy in your golden years, but you do need to move every single day. Mr. Charles, 74, from Florida, retired thinking he'd finally earned the right to take it easy. His days became a cycle of TV, long naps, and short walks to the kitchen. Within 2 years, his joints stiffened, his balance worsened, and climbing a single flight of stairs left him breathless. His doctor's verdict was clear: muscle loss and reduced lung capacity from inactivity. In the US, research shows that seniors who remain physically active, whether through walking, light gardening, yoga, or water aerobics, are less likely to suffer from chronic diseases, mobility loss, or depression. Movement isn't just about strength. It's about maintaining independence, confidence, and dignity. And here's the thing. It's never too late to start. Even 10 minutes a day can spark change. Walk to the mailbox, stretch while watching TV, dance to your favorite oldies in the living room. Small steps create momentum, and momentum keeps you alive, not just living, but thriving. So, Ask yourself, what's one small move you can make today that your future self will thank you for? We like to think that age brings peace, that the storms of life calm as we grow older. But for many seniors, stress doesn't vanish. It simply changes shape. Worries about health, finances, or loneliness can quietly build inside, becoming a silent poison. Mr. James, 69, from Arizona, was the kind of man who kept it all in. He never spoke about his fears, not wanting to burden his family. But over time, his unspoken stress began showing up in his body. High blood pressure, constant headaches, and an irregular heartbeat. One evening, he collapsed from a mild stroke. The doctors told him years of bottled-up stress had taken their toll. In the United States, research shows chronic stress is linked to heart disease, weakened immunity, memory loss, and even shortened lifespan. For seniors, emotional well-being is as vital as physical health. Talking to a trusted friend, joining a support group, or simply allowing yourself to cry when needed can release pressure before it does harm. Remember, asking for help is not a sign of weakness, it's a sign of wisdom. Your mental health is the foundation of your physical health, and tending to it is an act of self-preservation. It seems so simple. Drink enough water. Yet dehydration is one of the most common and most dangerous health risks for seniors in America. And the danger isn't always obvious. Mrs. Patricia, 76, from Ohio, thought she was drinking enough because she had coffee with breakfast and tea in the afternoon. But coffee and tea are diuretics. They can actually increase fluid loss. Over time, she began feeling dizzy, confused, and unusually tired. One hot summer afternoon, she fainted while gardening. The cause? Severe dehydration. As we age, our sense of thirst becomes weaker, meaning we may not feel thirsty even when our bodies desperately need water. In the US, emergency rooms see thousands of seniors each year for dehydration-related complications, ranging from urinary tract infections to kidney damage and even strokes. The solution isn't just drink more, it's to drink consistently. Keep a water bottle nearby at all times. Add a slice of lemon or cucumber for flavor. Eat water-rich foods like watermelon, cucumber, and oranges. And remember, by the time you feel thirsty, you're already dehydrated. Think of water as life's simplest medicine. A habit so small yet powerful enough to keep you standing strong for years to come. Many people believe that sleeping less is a natural part of aging, something you simply have to accept. But the truth is, poor sleep isn't just a harmless inconvenience. It can quietly shorten your life. Take Mr. William, 70, from Florida. For years, he prided himself on only needing 4 or 5 hours of sleep a night. He thought it made him more productive. But he didn't realize that his chronic sleep deprivation was increasing his risk of heart disease, weakening his immune system, and even affecting his memory. One night, he experienced chest pain so severe that he ended up in the ER. The doctor told him lack of proper sleep had pushed his heart to its limits. In the US, the National Sleep Foundation recommends that seniors aim for 7-8 hours of good quality sleep each night. That means keeping a consistent bedtime, creating a calm, dark sleeping environment, and avoiding caffeine or heavy meals before bed. Sleep isn't a luxury. It's a critical form of daily maintenance for your body and mind. Think of it as recharging your life battery every night. Without it, you're slowly running on empty, even if you don't notice it right away. Ignoring regular health checkups. In America, many seniors avoid going to the doctor unless they feel sick. Some think it's too expensive, others believe no news is good news. But skipping regular checkups can be a silent gamble with your life. Take Mrs. Linda, 68, from Texas. She felt healthy and energetic, so she skipped her annual physical for 3 years. When she finally went for a routine check, the doctor discovered she had early-stage colon cancer. Caught late, it could have been deadly. But because they found it early, her treatment was less invasive and her recovery was much faster. The CDC recommends seniors get regular screenings for blood pressure, cholesterol, diabetes, certain cancers, and vision and hearing tests. These visits aren't just about treating illness, they're about preventing it before it becomes serious. Think of your doctor as your health partner. Regular visits are like routine maintenance for a car. You wouldn't skip oil changes and expect the engine to run forever. Your body deserves the same care, if not more. Stress doesn't just live in your mind, it shows up in your body. For many American seniors, unspoken worries about health, finances, or family silently take a toll every single day. And when stress becomes chronic, it can trigger heart problems, weaken the immune system, and even speed up aging. Mr. Robert, 72, from California, seemed calm on the outside. He never complained, never burdened his children with his concerns. But inside he was carrying years of unspoken anxiety. One afternoon, while mowing the lawn, he suddenly collapsed. The doctors said his heart had been under silent pressure for too long. Managing stress isn't about pretending everything is fine. It's about finding healthy ways to release the weight you carry. In the US, many seniors find relief through walking groups, church communities, yoga, or simply talking with a trusted friend or counselor. Think of stress as a heavy backpack. The longer you carry it, the more it wears you down. Lighten that load every day, and you'll find not just more years in your life, but more life in your years. Life after 60 can be the most meaningful chapter if we care for it the right way. Every choice you make, every habit you keep, is either adding days to your life or taking them away. The mistakes we've talked about today aren't meant to scare you, but to remind you that you have the power to change your story starting now. Imagine waking up each morning with energy, clarity, and the comfort of knowing you're doing everything you can to protect your health. That's not just wishful thinking, it's within your reach. So, starting today, choose to move more, eat mindfully, sleep well, release your stress, and never skip those health checkups. These are not small acts. They are powerful investments in your future. And if this message resonates with you, please share it with friends or loved ones who might need this reminder. Let's help each other live not just longer, but better. Because the gift of time is most precious when it's filled with joy, connection, and purpose.